Wow, this is going to be interesting. But let's see how it's all hooked up and see if this all works out. Okay. Oh, this is not a fun setup, but we'll see how it works out. Hopefully it works out all right. What is up, dude? Does everything in the stream look all right? Does this look decent? Because if I'm ever going to be doing this live again, I need feedback. Oh. Yeah. I don't have anything that can screen record, so cool. My mouse works. This is a small table. So today we're just going to be doing a knife design because I'm bored and I scheduled time to do this. So, yeah. And I'm also going to be listening to music and looking over here, so. What is going on, Archer? Oh, well, that's not fun. Maybe I won't be listening to music then. Not through here, anyway. That sucks. Well, I'm doing it on children's 3D modeling software, so it's not your average 3D modeling of a knife. And this is where I do all of my knife designs. Anybody can use this software. It's literally a website. It's called TinkerCAD. It's basically to teach children how to 3D model. And this is how my knife designs start, is with 6 or 7 blocks, and we go from there. How you doing, Pauline? And I only have 2 hours today. Well, I have an hour and 50 minutes from now. I will show off a few of my other designs real quick, because why not? And Prime Boy, how you doing? So this is one of my other designs. It takes inspiration after this one. And all of this should be functional. I just said hi to you, man. So this is a lockback spring backspacer lockback system. It shouldn't need a stop pin, so that's a plus. But yeah, this full design should work out just fine. So now we're going to go back to the one that I was just doing. Somebody give me an idea of what I should do, because all my knife designs start out because I'm bored. And yes, I'm bored, I just don't know what I should make. Preferably a folding knife. I just need like blade shape ideas, general length, and it's probably going to be a lockback because that's the easiest to do on here. A folding chef's knife. Didn't Civivi just do one of those? I think Civivi did do one of those. Give me a sec, I gotta download something on my second phone real quick and we'll get this all started. A folding chef's knife. That's gonna be like... Oh, full fire. What do you think of this? Because you were looking for a custom. Give it a bit to load. Unfortunately, I can't play music without getting copyright strikes, so I'm going to go ahead and say no to that, unfortunately. There we go. So this is the, what I call a Talon lockback. Totals out to... It's going to need a lot more pieces than just this, but it's a 3-inch blade with over 2.5 inches of usable blade length. Deep harpoon. I wouldn't call it a Warncliffe, but yeah. Come on, let's... Yes, there we go. Well, let's start on the new one. I'm good, man. Thanks, though. And unfortunately, I'm working with a laptop that has an i5 instead of what I usually work with that has an i7. So it's a little slower. But we'll go ahead and get started. It will need a 4.5 to 5-inch handle. So the reason why that one's built the way that it is because when it's closed, so the reason why it looks like this is because when it's closed, it does something weird. Oh, okay, so I need to do. So this is how it looks when it's closed. And of course I'm going to have problems. Okay. So this is how it looks like when it's closed. And when you don't have this, this is in the way. And this catches onto pockets and things and starts ripping stuff. So anything to prevent ripping. It's built like a tank, dude. This thing is a freaking monster. Yeah, so it's supposed to be somewhat similar to this, and it looks pretty close. The handle is, that's what it takes inspiration from, is this thing. It's just a different blade shape and a little bit of extra spot right here. So that's what I'm going off of with this one. Folding chef's knife. You know, as much as I'd love to do that, I want to do something that people would actually buy. And nobody's going to EDC a folding chef's knife. But we'll see. And keep in mind I only have 2 hours to do this, so, well, an hour and 40 minutes to do this. I will need to take parts off of other. Well, let's go ahead and open this one. So this is the design that Knives, I guess, and I came up with. And I just need parts from it. Because I reuse parts on all my designs all the time. Because these things take forever to do. Oh, dang. I don't know if I can do that. No, I don't have a 3D printer. I might find somebody who does, but yeah, I can't get into it in this one. I'm not coming up with anything right now. It's just kind of annoying to see that. Hmm. I'm trying to think of what I can do, but I'm not coming up with anything for a folding chef's knife. Civivi did it pretty well. I don't know if mine would compete with that, honestly. Thinking, because I like smaller knives, more of the 3-inch blade, like that. And the 3-inch blade has to have a 1-inch tang, and then a 4.5-inch handle. And this is about how I always start, is like this. And then we'll move on with and that doesn't look bad. That wouldn't be bad. Okay. So the hope is that all my designs eventually go into production, but I need to talk around with a lot of companies and get things figured out before anything else. Let's go with a off-center 0.43, 0.25. Yeah. 0.25. It's a little too off center. That's not bad. I'm sorry for any background sound. There's a vent that's not too far away. And of course, I'm at a library instead of at home, so this isn't the best setup. But it's what I've got, so we're going to deal with it. Okay. Let's now we'll see where that blade sits in the handle. This isn't working great already. This we can work around. Cut right there. Okay. We'll keep this for later. Okay. And use this right there. We'll make this smaller, about like that. And we'll delete that. Okay. Copy and paste. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Possible finger cut out here. The blade starts up here. I do want a choil up here. Now let's see if my chat is broken already. Because oh boy, do I love it when my chat's broken. And my channel. Nope, chat isn't broken. Sweet. Okay. Might change this later. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad chef's knife. It's a little small at 3 inches, but it wouldn't be too bad. Now we can also change the dimensions of this slightly. That's not bad. Let's go ahead and change this to a more steel color. Okay. That is much better. I need a cutout for the lock back, and I need another cut right there on the blade. But let's see how this will work out with the handle so far. 0. That's what the idea on this one is, yeah. Somebody brought that up, Broke Ass Knives brought that up, and I decided I can't do a large version of it, but as a regular folding knife, this wouldn't be bad. This might work out just fine. Need a cutout right here. Small. No, I haven't. That's too close to the pin. That's going to be a really weak spot right here. You know, while I'm in here, I might want to grab the screws so that this actually works. Yeah, I haven't looked at Ontario Knife Company's stuff in a while. All I know is they do pricey stuff. Yep, I can't see it on here so far. If you can find it on here, tell me where, and I'll look at it. That's better. $18. Is it these? The $14 ones? I think it's these two, or these ones that you're talking about. Yeah, these ones. Or, I guess there's a more expensive version. That's kind of soft. $52 to $56 is a pretty soft steel. I don't know if I'd want to work with that. Yeah, we'll do this later. I really hate screwing around with screws because it's complicated working with that stuff. How you doing, Mind of Milton? Haven't seen you here in a bit. Now, how do I want that set up? I think it's a soft steel, yeah, probably because they want to keep the price down, but also because that's not what I want. And I can't show this one. How you doing, Mark? Let's go ahead and start making these down to the shape or the size that I want them to be instead of an inch wide. We'll go with 0.125, 0.125. Okay, so this won't fit. Let's get rid of that. Put this in. That fits. There's no pin though. Now where would I put a pin? Because the stop pin's kind of important in these things. I don't know, heat treated at 52 to 56. That's actually a pretty wide range. And I mean, if you have one, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. If it's a knife you like, then it's a knife you like. It's just not something that I'd want to work with personally. Now let's see. I need a pin somewhere, and it can't go. It can't go there where I want it, because if it goes where I want it to, see, that's where I come up with the same problem every time. This cutout is going to be right there, and it is going to look terrible. Maybe just something that sits in the way. I was hoping more people would stick around for this, but obviously it's a little bit boring when I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Yesterday I had some motivation and got that whole other one done in like 4 hours. That won't stop this from rolling. Oh, this isn't fun. I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, it'll still just roll right over. That's not gonna work. I need a stop pin anyway. So where's the pin gonna go? The stop pin can be from this, if it's there. Yeah, but that's too big too. Because then it's going to get in the way elsewhere. You'd have to push too hard on this side for this to come up. Well, it looks like we're changing the blade, or the pivot area. Go up 2. Take this up 1, 2. Okay. One, 2. Okay. Put the pin back. Copy, paste. Oh, come on. Okay. Now what can I do with this? That's a big chance of it hitting this. So yeah, now you can see why these designs take so damn long. It's because there's so many decisions that you have to change along the way. Well, I can't have it pressing there either because that's the edge. So where can I put a pin? Unless right here won't be sharpened. We'll go down to 1/8. Like that. That doesn't look bad. For a choil right there. Let's try it. Okay, this will have to go to right here so that the lock can be there. Oh boy, that is going to be fun. Okay, that'll work. Unless I could actually do this and have it further back over here and put, we'll copy paste this, have one of them right there, and then this can be solid. We'll take one of these, make it a 1/8 by 1/8. Go up here, connect the two, bring these down to the size of that. Dang, the screen's small. That's good enough for now. Get this over here. So how is everybody doing today? It's a Tuesday. I really shouldn't be streaming on a Tuesday, but what are you gonna do? I'll connect all of these and Move this over. Would this work? A cutout right there might help, but this needs a deeper cut. So yeah, how's everybody in the chat? Nobody's talked in a little bit, at least, unless my chat is broken again, which happens quite often, unfortunately. And then I'm stuck here trying to read off of my second phone, which isn't fun. Let's do, that doesn't look bad like it is. Go ahead and delete that one. Copy, paste. Okay, mirror both ways. Sounds to me like we have a bunch of lurkers. Okay, so that cutout, oh boy, that's going to be a deep cutout. But it won't need a stop pin. So that's a plus. I think it's just the wrong blade shape at this point. It sucks having time constraints. Yep, and I can't have the pen right there. Damn. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Well, copy, paste. Move this back over. Turn it into a hole. Take that cut out of that. Move that. That would be pretty strong. There's still, you need to rotate this thing so much for you to be able to get it up and over this lip. So let's do a small cut. Very, very small cut. We'll go with that. Get rid of that blade for now. I think it needs a deeper cut right there still, but let's see. Where's the pivot point? Oh, the wonders of working with children's 3D modeling software. That sharpening choil ain't gonna work either. Wait a sec, if that sharpening choil ain't gonna work, I can move things. Because you can have the sharpening choil up here. This blade is shaped wrong. Take it apart. Nope, blade shaped right. This just needs to come over to about right there. Okay. So we'll go with this, 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 and this all at once. That next. Take this cutout next. The choil. This and this go together. That turns into that. Do these two, and then all of these. Okay, now we have the blade in the right shape, the way that it should be. How you doing, Knives Are Life? Let's copy paste, bring that over here, mirror it, throw it back over there. Now can we do the, nope, we can't do it right there. However, having it the way it is will stop it from hitting the edge. If things work, I need to do cutout right there. I'm doing all right. I was hoping to have a few more people sticking around in here to watch this, but obviously it's not very entertaining, so I wouldn't blame them. Let's okay, delete that out of there. Oh, this will be interesting. Having two choils, but one of them's for, okay. Well, let's see what it looks like when it turns. Yeah, that's way too big. And it'll stop right there. A lot of cutting. Yeah, that needs cut out. Okay. Let's get this. This goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will delete that one. Copy, paste, M. It's not very often that you see somebody that's this fluent with a children's 3D modeling software. All of this is done with rectangles and, yeah, pretty much just rectangles. Let's change songs. There we go. Let's see here, where are we at now? Cutouts, that's what we were doing. Let's copy paste again, M. Okay. D. Yeah, pretty much. I have nothing to do, and I scheduled time at the library to do this, so that's why I'm here. And somebody, Broke Ass Knives, told me to design a folding chef's knife So that's what we are doing. This is TinkerCAD. It's just a website. You design it all on the website. Of course he's live. I wish if I had a full 8 hours to myself, I'd love to go live with him, but it's our schedules haven't lined up yet, and I don't have a laptop at home that I can do this with. So I'm really kind of screwing myself out of stuff there, but what do you do? So we will cut that out, and this needs, where will the cut go? No, the one with knives, I guess, is finished. Other than it needs a pocket clip. So this design, well, I appreciate the watch time. I'm struggling with that lately. So this is the knives, I guess, and I design. And it is fully 3D rendered. As far as I'm concerned, this would end up being a very good knife. It has I believe a 4-inch blade total. And underneath is it's just massive. This thing is way overbuilt. And it isn't designed to come with this backspacer here, but you can add it. It's just going to add more cost to everything. The plan was to use Spyderco's wire clips for this, because you can also get Lynch Northwest pocket clips for that as well. And I think having customization as an option is great. There were other knife or blade designs that I wanted to use that he said no to, but yeah, so far, overall it should be a great knife. I need to have somebody 3D print it to make sure that this line works with a pin. Oh, this is supposed to go with, this isn't for me, this is for knives, I guess. He wanted to do this with gin knives, so that it turns out being a parts kit. And I have it designed with that in mind. All of this is, all of this is designed with that in mind, for it to come in pieces. There are a total of, let's see. Yeah, there we go. So this totals out to 20 pieces. But yeah, it should be great, honestly. This is a strong contender for a overbuilt knife. Yeah, you can go over and tell Knives, I guess, that I'm showing his knife on stream, so he can pull up his second phone and take a look. But maybe if he shows up on his second account, I'll go and show it again. But this is something I need to work on. Now, how big is this pivot area? Because this needs to be smaller. So yeah, if Knives, I guess, shows up in the comments, then I'll go back over to this tab, but until then, I'm going to be doing this. Yeah, it feels like a stupid idea, but it's so entertaining to do. So this needs to go up and over, and then it needs a smaller cut. What am I doing? Okay, so this stream's only gonna last for about another hour until, yeah, because I have a set amount of time that I can go here, and that's how it is. Okay. Is this the right size? Because this would cut over. It still needs to be bigger. Okay, let's turn it and see how things go. This needs to be blue. Okay. Okay, so this cutout will need to be there. Up. Okay, this is how that cutout needs to look. Which means there needs to be a small cut right there to smooth that out because I don't want to damage this. I think that'll look good. Okay, so with that being the case, let's bring in this. And yeah, that should be good. Okay. Okay. Now we'll move this up. Take that cut. Ooh, that was close. Let's take that out. Okay, delete that. And of course, this is when things start getting messy. That might work. Okay. That's smooth enough. Now, how much twist does this need to make that work? And where's the pin for this? Pin right here, maybe. Okay. Because I'm gonna have it pushing down right here. Let's move on to the handle real quick. Right there, looks good. Well, he hasn't shown up yet, so once Knives, I guess, shows up, I don't know if he will, probably not, but let's do 4 inches. Right there. That's not bad. We will cut right here. Okay, make this a hole, cut right there. Okay. Yep, that's not bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and mirror this. And okay. This is going to get in the way. We can soften that. Okay, like that. About like that. That might look fine. Now, how much does that affect usability? It doesn't. Okay. So that looks fine. I wouldn't mind owning that. Okay. Let's move to take this apart. That pin needs to be right. That doesn't look bad. Okay. Move the handle. Oh, come on. Well, laptop died, so that's not great. What should we do? Well, I've got a couple knives with me today, but this was the whole point, was doing this. And I know it saved it, but that's unfortunate. That's what happens when they don't charge the laptops here. Well, I said it was going to be 2 hours, so let's go for the full 2 hours. How much time do we have left? Dude, we got 50 minutes left. I'm just going to go get another laptop at this point. And I'll be right back, because 50 minutes is a lot of time. Okay, I'll be back in a minute, guys. And I'm going to mute myself. Okay, I'm back. That was fun. I tried like 3 laptops and all of them were dead. So, and this one is nearly full. We'll plug it in anyway because I didn't think that stuff took that much power. Like, jeez. And this one also has an i5. Damn it. I was hoping for an i7. Oh well, what do you do? Oh, I hope this doesn't log me out of the stream when I do this. Please don't log me out. And oh, thank God. That stuff is not fun to deal with. Okay, personal accounts. Sign in with Google. And I think that looks all right. We were working on this one. Now let's get this charger all set up. And then we will continue from where we left off. Oh, what a load of crap. This is why I wish I had a better charging ports on this side. What a load of shit. This is just the best. Wasting precious time. At least I don't have to be anywhere today. I wish I could have signed up for a 4-hour session because you have to sign up for or when you schedule appointments for this room, which is the only room in the library that oh, this is great. This one has a bigger screen. So maybe if we zoom or if we push it back a little bit, it might look better. Or maybe not. Oh, and the sensitivity's less. What a shit show. Anyway. Where was I? There we go. What were we doing before it died? A brief summary between D2. D2 has better edge retention, SK5 is for toughness, and OS8 is like a decent budget steal. Speaking of OS8, I got my first knife in OS8 the other day. Oh, if it'll... Yep, there you go. OS8. Big boy knife too. This thing's like a 4-inch blade. Or a 4.5-inch blade. This thing's big. Got it for $8 on clearance at Walmart. So check your Walmarts. You never know what you might find. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. Now you guys can actually see. Now let's continue where we left off. Does anybody remember what I was doing? Because I don't remember what I was doing. Oh, the pin for the lockback. That's what I was doing. Yeah, and one that's almost completely full battery too. Even better. Let's see. This is what I was working on. Oh, that's gonna annoy the shit out of me. Now, which one takes more load when you push on it? Push down on this and it forces this sideways this way. This up here takes the most. Okay. I haven't tested SK5 personally. I know D2 is alright. I don't know how their D2 is though. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying I don't know. So yeah. Do we have any engineers in the chat? Because I'm trying to find a stress point because I can't stick this dead in the center. Stress point, push down on this. I know it's going to push this way on everything. So here is going to be the weak spot. But this is going to be the weakest area. I don't expect it to break or anything. It's just, you might as well do as much as you can to prevent that from happening as you can. Okay. So now we got that right there. And did knives, I guess, ever show up? Because, let's see, oh no, lol, what happened? Dead battery, swapping laptops. Nope, he didn't. Okay. Maybe if I turn this more sideways, I can have a more comfortable. Yeah, this isn't bad. Okay, where were we? Let's take this apart, copy and paste this, move it back over. Am I able to copy paste? Is there enough blade? Damn, there isn't. And I really want it to be a mid-lock right here, because I don't like the whole reaching back here to close a knife. It's not nice. It's not that hard of a change either. I mean, I'm just super picky with how I do things. I'm not even sure if this is going to work. It will have a detent though, so that's interesting. A lockback with a detent. This would be sick with thumb studs. Get all the momentum right here, and then it just hopefully slides right over and into place. But to do that, I need cutouts. So for anybody wondering how many pieces this knife is going to end up being, total pieces that I've taken to make this is probably going to be about 300. So all of these little cutout things that I do every once in a while is 2 pieces, and I've done like 8 of them or 9 of them or something. It is a lot of random shit to do this stuff. That's about how I want it. So we'll take one of these. And I make these as small as I can so that they take up less space, hopefully. Of Of course I had to do that. Go up, over. That's good. This, go back to a normal piece. This, group. And then there's that tiny cutout. All that work for a tiny cutout. Yeah, so it is a sheep's foot with a harpoon, not a harpoon, but a thumb spot to make it a little more comfortable for pushing on. This is the edge up here. Not that you guys can, well, I guess you guys can see the mouse, can't you? Well, that's nice. So we'll go ahead and delete that. Go ahead and get rid of this. Copy, paste. I think that would be good. Okay, so that's a detent right there. As it breaks over, this is going to pivot, which is where I have to be careful so it doesn't hit the blade. Now let's copy and paste this. And then change it to 1/8 of an inch every move. So this is how it would look closed, which I have a problem with. There's not enough curves, specifically right here. Do I need a curve on the, I don't need a curve on the back. If I do that, then it screws everything up. And then there's this little thing that I'm not sure everybody can see. That little tag is this. And this is the only thing keeping this from letting go so it doesn't close on your hand. So I can't remove that, but I can add material here. But yeah, now you guys get to see all the thought process of what goes into this stuff. It takes time. Just time. About that much should be good. Just a little bit of extra. And then we'll go with that, these two, and that. And there we go. Now you have the scale. Scale goes there. Blade goes up there. And now that's not in the way anymore. Another cutout, because that's what I'm doing. Yeah, this stuff, this is 5 years of experience. This isn't your regular everyday person doing this. I've been doing this stuff for like 5 years. And I started in high school, so I started designing guns in high school. And then I got in trouble for designing guns at high school. So, fun. Let's go with a 1/16 of an inch. Okay. That looks good right there. Now this thing will also be on washers because I hate what's it called? I hate bearings. Too much maintenance. Well, I got bored a lot, and then this website popped up in an ad in high school, and I was like, well, what do I have to lose? So I started testing things. I have an old account that I used to use during high school that I don't use anymore. It's got a log cabin that I made on it that I used for art class. That is not how I want that to go. So yeah, this is it's just a hobby I've been doing for a few years. I don't think that's what I smell like, but I wouldn't know. Yeah, I don't like pirating stuff, so anything to keep things all legal, preferably. How far is this gonna go? Control C, V. Move that M twice. Okay, so we'll go that far, that far. You know, that's kind of funny because garlic bread smells freaking amazing. I don't know why. I don't know if that was supposed to be an insult or something, but yeah, I have ethics though that I prefer. Okay, so this and this would need to go that far. Pushing that far down, let's get that's actually pretty good. The way that is, that would work just fine. Okay, so let's see. 3 7/8, 4 5 31. 3 7 over 8, 5.351, I think. 4.351. 4 531. 531. Okay. Now Z. Okay. Go like that. Now this was 3 7/8, so we'll go with 4, and then 7/8. Okay, and then 4.531, and that hole will go on that. And you can push it far enough to open this. This is going to turn out pretty good. Okay, so I love lockbacks because they're simple and the easiest thing to CAD. Liner locks freaking suck with all the stuff that I do. So let's go ahead and where do I want that to be? Oh, let's change the music. Never mind, that's actually a pretty good song. Damn. .125 F D, so up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is going to be the backspacer. This also holds the spring that gets this to work. So I make this a little longer. F, G, 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 right there. How would this look with one further over? Would that fit? Nope, that won't fit. Damn. That sucks. Oh well. Back to how it was. Group. Move this over. I would love to do this with my computer at home, but my computer at home isn't powerful enough to run this software. So my lockbacks have this design normally where they've got this finger choil right here, so that when you pull back on it or push down on it, it drops onto your finger without cutting you. Because I think ahead for situations like that where people get bit, and I don't want people getting bit with my knives, so it just stops right there. A lot of my designs do that. And just so you know, the let's go open the knives, I guess, design. Because I think I did that with this one too, where when you close this one, right here drops on your finger to prevent you from cutting yourself. No, I think ahead of for things like this because I don't want to get hurt and I don't want anybody else getting hurt with something that I made. So yeah, I think ahead. This one doesn't have that. This one is a little more of that dangerous stuff, but it has tension all the way down until right here where it swings freely. Okay, now let's hopefully finish this because I've got 20 minutes left. No thanks to that freaking laptop dying. And then it said that I was logged in still, so I couldn't log into this one until they fixed that. Nope, it is not on sale. It is $300. It's a Sandrin Torino and carbon fiber. It's super thin. I wouldn't really suggest it for anybody that does any hard use. your average knife is like this thick, and it's just super thin, and it's a brittle material because they used tungsten carbide instead of steel. Yeah, it's the tungsten one. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody, honestly. It's okay for me because I do light use, but anybody who's actually hard using their knife, I wouldn't recommend it. Let's see here. When did that happen? The fuck? Where are you at? I guess it's just not. That's weird. Or maybe, nope, it is right. Okay, that's odd. Nobody else is gonna know what I'm talking about, but it's just a slight deviation on something that's bothering the hell out of me. Anyway, let's make this pin. So this pin needs to be, it is 1/8, so 3/8, no. 3/8 divided by 2 is 3/16. Or I could do a quarter. There we go, 1/4 inch. Now copy paste, move that back over, make it a hole. There we go. Move the blade, move this back over, move the blade back over. Okay. Now we will copy and paste the scale, the top scale. Okay, DM, mirror it, go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here's how it would look so far. I need to finish the backspacer. But yeah, there's the knife so far. And then open would be is that gonna work? Yep, that's gonna work. Okay. And then that's how it looks open. So we've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes, and this is what you get after an hour and 40 minutes with 5 years of experience of doing things. So the average person, I don't expect them to get it done this quickly. It still needs springs and the backspacer finished, and it's not fun. 1337, no clue what that means. Yeah, it's not fun when you keep screwing up. And it's not fun when you have time constraints. The time constraints ruin everything. I might just borrow a spring from another design. Yeah, we'll just copy and paste this one and hope it works. go like that, maybe. Okay. I'm glad that's the last thing that was done. Okay. Go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Move this back up there. Okay. Control Shift G. Yeah, I'm not as old as you might think I am. I'm 22. And trying to build a knife business from children's 3D modeling software. Maybe that's what I should name my next stream when I do this again. Making a knife using 3D or children's 3D modeling software. Yeah, so this is pretty much done. It needs pins right here. This would be a pinned construction as it is, unless I wanted to do screws, which takes about another hour and a half. Probably not as old as you think you are either, but this thing, I would actually carry this. So this was done in an hour and 43 minutes. Other than needing pins, it is completely finished. Well, this actually took no inspiration from any knife. This is just completely my design, no changes or nothing that had anything to do with any other knife, just the way it is. And I don't know what knife steel I'd choose, but let's go ahead and look at it closed real quick and see how that would look. It also needs a pocket clip because pocket clips are cool. I'm gonna be honest, guys, there's a knife that I designed that I really want to show you, but I can't show you because I need to patent the design first. There's something about that design that's unique that nobody's done yet. And I can't tell you guys anything about it because if I do, then somebody else might figure it out. So, fun. And my plan was to come up with 10 designs and then send all of them out to a bunch of companies and have them made. The problem is I didn't realize that companies don't take, their prototyping costs money, and CRKT's prototyping is like 5 or 10 grand, and I don't have 5 or 10 grand. So Jin's prototyping for the first set is like 300 something, and I'd be happy to pay that, but it takes time to get that kind of money for me. I think this one would be a great first design to release, but the problem is it looks so close to this, and I really don't want anybody thinking that I'm trying to copy this. This is just really comfortable. The problem with this is the blade is so thin, when you start cutting cardboard or something, it actually really hurts to do. But yeah, this blade design is completely different though. It also doesn't have a spot right here. Now before I'm forced, I think I already showed you guys how this one works. When it's closed, it is actually in a really nice nested spot where it doesn't need any stop pins or anything. Just the way it is works. Nothing touches, nothing touches the blade. It's just perfect the way it is. And I think that this, I would love to have this as my first design that gets released. But again, it looks so close to the Torino, I don't want people thinking I copied it. Oh. So yeah, this that's what I called the Talon. Right now I'm just stalling because I got a solid 5 minutes left. And then I gotta go. It looks just like this thing. Because I literally held it over it because of how comfortable this was to make it something similar. These handles are very, very, very similar. Super small differences. The only difference is right here is bigger on this one, and right here doesn't have jimping and stuff like this one does, which you guys can't see because the lighting. The blade is the biggest difference, but other than that, there isn't a whole lot. Oh, long day. But yeah, this is what I sit here doing while Knives, I guess, does live streams. I sit here doing this. I can, well, let's see if I can show you guys one of my finished designs that's, oh, my possible new channel logo. I might change my logo to this. It looks way better dead on, but I can't show you guys dead on, so you guys are kind of stuck with this. How about this lockback? So this is a pinned construction lockback. It's supposed to be titanium scales, a direct competitor to Buck's Spitfire. Or no, this one's not pinned, but I couldn't figure out how to do screws when I did this. Comes with 2 options of blades. Well, you know, you get to pick from one, but yeah. Tons of designs that I've got on this website. None of them are released to the public right now, but yeah. Or this one. I did a slim version of that last one. That was milled titanium. This took forever to do. But yeah, tons of stuff that I've got going on around here with a bunch of different designs. What's up, Cody? My stream's about to end. Well, it depends on if the person who's next in line actually comes up. Let's see. Oh, my first knife design. My very first knife design was this. With contoured scales. It's a fixed blade because fixed blades were easy. But yeah, there's my very first design. Nice and contoured. I think that this would be a decent knife still, but I don't know. I don't have anybody who wants to, or I don't think I have any companies that want to pick that up yet. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream right here. If the next people online don't show up in the next 15 minutes, I might come back in and start another stream. But yeah, appreciate you guys. That last one was like 4 inches or something. I don't build them. I don't have the machinery that I need to do that kind of stuff. But for somebody to buy a design off me is probably going to be like $4 or $5 grand. Either that or we could do $2 grand and 5% royalties. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We will possibly see you guys in like 15 minutes. So, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.